So this experiment today is a short little video clip. I did it. I'm not going to do it live today because I had to do it up in my kitchen because I needed a hot surface. So this video clip is our experiment, and we are going to crush a can today without squeezing it or putting anything on top of it. We're going to use the power of water and air. So that's a little hint for how it's done. Let's take a look at the experiment and then we'll talk about it. All right, we got a nice and simple experiment for you here today. I'm in my kitchen because I don't have a hot surface in my office. And today I'm going to crush a can without touching it, squishing it with my hands. So a few things that we need. Definitely an adult supervision experiment this time around because you need a hot surface, maybe something like a stovetop, or a lot of schools in the classroom have hot plates for science experiments. So a hot plate would work really well if you're doing this in the classroom. You need a bowl of really cold water, which I have conveniently right here. You also need a pop can, maybe something like an aluminum Coke can that you can put about an inch of water into the bottom, and you need a handy pair of tongs here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn on my stovetop on high. Maybe you're using a hot plate, you'll do the same thing with your hot plate. And then you're going to put your can in like that. So I'm using a pot. You could probably do it with a frying pan as well. You just don't want to put it right onto the stove surface. If you're using a hot plate, then it doesn't really matter. You can put the can right onto the hot plate. And now we're going to wait for the water in the Coke can to boil. All right, so if we listen in nice and closely here, you can hear some popping sounds. That water has started to boil. There's some steam starting to come out. So I think we might just be ready here with our Coke can and our boiling water. So what are we gonna do now? We are going to take our bowl of really cold water. We are going to use our tongs, and we're gonna carefully take our aluminum can, and we're gonna dump it upside down, dip the top into this bowl of cold water, and let's see what happens. There we go. Oops. A little hard to get a hold of now that it's been crushed. There we go, there is our Coke can. Let's get this water out. It has now been nicely crushed. All right, so there is our experiment of the week. This is one where you definitely need some help from an adult, maybe something your teacher could demonstrate at the front of the classroom with a hot plate, which oftentimes schools have for experiments and science labs and things like that. Or you could do it at home with somebody at home, maybe your mom or your dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, whoever's around. You can try that experiment out for yourself. So you have 2 weeks to take a picture doing that experiment. Classroom at DARWIN200.com. Send your results to us. Do a little video clip if you want, or just send a picture. Classroom at DARWIN200.com. 2 weeks to send in your results. And then if you want, in the email, just add a little line. What do you think happened? Why do you think the can went from nice and intact to crushing when it moved into that colder water? So we'd love to hear what you think about that.